What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the BubbaCast, the only podcast dedicated to the in-ring career of Ray Traylor, a.k.a. the Big Boss Man, a.k.a. Big Bubba, a.k.a. the Boss, a.k.a. the Guardian Angel. And joining me I'm Zerpie. I always forget to introduce myself. I'm Zerpie, and joining me as always is Lacy Traylor.
Sup, Bubba?
What's up? So, this week, we will be covering a classic episode, Saturday night's main event. And it just so happens that I chose this episode because it's a big match. It is Macho Man. It's a Big Boss Man. Macho Man's also on this show. It is Big Boss Man versus Hulk Hogan in a steel cage match. I suggested this episode.
He did.
And then I believe 2 days later, Hulk Hogan passed away.
Yeah.
On Thursday this week. So I just want to go ahead and get it out early. Because obviously this is a controversial time. And it's a difficult time for everybody, fans of professional wrestling. There's no doubting the fact that Hulk Hogan had a massive impact on the world of professional wrestling. You cannot deny that. But I need to state for myself that I do not agree with all the ideals and opinions of Terry Bollea that he expressed later in his life. But we're not here to shit on the legacy of Hulk Hogan. We're also not here to put over how amazing he was. But we will recognize that the character of Hulk Hogan was very important to professional wrestling.
Right. And then, you know, like the saying goes, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has has one of those. And we're here to talk about wrestling, not Mr. Hogan.
We're talking about the shows as they are presented and the way we always do. We've talked about other controversial people in wrestling. There's going to be even more here tonight in this show. And we just talk about the in-ring stuff that we're seeing on the show. And
for my family, personally, our hearts go out to Nick and Brooke. Mm-hmm. And to Sky, his wife. And, Hogan, he put over my dad countless times. Mm-hmm. And one of his all-time greatest rivalries. So thanks for the memories, Hulkster.
Yep. And so with that being said, we will go ahead and get into this episode. But before we talk about Saturday night's main event, I want to talk about San Diego Comic-Con, which has been happening this week, and which means action figure reveals from both Mattel and Jazzwares.
Oh, and they were dropping them like every 5 seconds.
Crazy. And there's some that we've already seen that have already been announced, but now we're seeing updated pictures of some of these figures. We saw finally a painted sample of the Big Bubba NWO Build-A-Figure that's coming up in the Monday Night War set, my favorite set, although it's been so difficult to hunt these figures down because they're exclusive to Walmart. And Walmart doesn't do a good job of stocking all of their stores on the same rate. So I've still been looking for that Prince Albert figure. Because I also want the Build-A-Figure for that set. Every set has a Build-A-Figure. The Build-A-Figure for that set is Ted DiBiase. Trillionaire Ted from the NWO when he came over to WCW. Also, it was kind of the same look that Ted DiBiase did in like the late or mid-90s when he was doing Money Inc. When he stopped wrestling and he was just managing guys like IRS and even X-Pac. Not X-Pac, 1-2-3 Kid. And Bam Bam Bigelow. So I'm looking forward to that set. But they announced a lot. Jazzwares also announced finally some new AEW and Ring of Honor figures coming out.
Nice.
Because for a while it's been kind of dried up. Like they've been releasing kind of like, here's a ringside exclusive, one figure, but not a whole set.
Which one are you most looking forward to out of this drop?
Oh man, for ringside or for AEW, I'm definitely looking forward to finally a Scapegoat Jack Perry figure. We're getting since he changed his gimmick like a couple of years ago now. That's the thing with like the AEW figures, like you got to kind of wait a couple of years for something to come out. Juice Robinson is another one. He's finally getting a figure, and he just returned to wrestling at All In, and he's already like changed his look, so it's like it's out of date. Oh my god,
already.
Also, Kyle Fletcher. We're getting 2 different Kyle Fletcher figures, and they're also out of date because it's got his longer hair. He's already cut his hair. That's the problem with action figures. But I'm definitely excited about some of the Mattel action figures as well. DDP is getting an Ultimate Edition.
Oh, nice.
But it's a weird pick. They went with like a 96 DDP, which I thought you'd go with like a 98 or 99 when he was like top guy in WCW, but whatever.
Mattel. Zerpie is here for you to hire to consult you on this. Like, just call him.
No, they got plenty of people over there who know what they're doing. It just means that they're going to make more Ultimates, so there's going to be another DDP, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What else looks awesome? They're finally doing like an Athena action figure for AEW Ring of Honor. The Outrunners, which are awesome. If you haven't seen the Outrunners, check them out. They are fun, a fun throwback group. But yeah, a lot of toys coming out. Also, not even just wrestling, just even if you're into Marvel Legends, they've got some great X-Men 97 figures coming out soon that look awesome.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh, and I'll be up at the Gathering this weekend. This will drop after that, but really excited to see the wrestling fam up there. We'll be up with Hal Haney. Come buy some art.
Awesome. Oh yeah, we should mention that we've changed our release schedule. We're going to release episodes on Tuesday now.
Yes.
Because apparently it just does better numbers. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this turnaround. Record on Sunday, release on Tuesday. It's really just me not being lazy and just editing the show. Just edit it, dude. Just edit it and put it out instead of waiting till Friday. So I'm going to go ahead. So for the listeners, you get back-to-back episodes 2 Tuesdays in a row. Holy crap. But then we'll go back to our bi-weekly.
We'll make up for the vacation time.
Yeah, give them a little treat. But I think it's time to talk about WWF Saturday Night's main event from May 27th, 1989.
Oh, okay. And then, I have not watched the theme song music, the intro, the 90s, like, intro music, blew my mind. It's so good.
It has a name. Like, people know the name of it. Yeah. But they brought it back with the current WWE Saturday Night's main event, which I love. I love that they brought that back and Jesse Ventura back. Right. Oh, Jesse Ventura is getting like 3 new figures, by the way.
I love him.
He's so good on this.
He is.
So what's funny about this, I had to bring this up to you recently because they recently did a cage match on Saturday Night's main event in WWE. And Jesse Ventura, of course, was there on commentary, and he was talking about how NBC would never allow a cage match on network television on Saturday Night's main event. Meanwhile, there were 2 previously on the original Saturday Night's main event, both of them Hulk Hogan, one of them with Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and this one with Big Boss Man. And Jesse was on the call for both of them and somehow forgot. But I thought that was a very funny moment. They put that on Botchamania and some other clip shows, which is great. It's like, Jesse, you were there. Yeah. And I love he was complaining about the fact that you can escape the cage through the door. And he's like, what is that? That's stupid.
The format hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed. It's always been like that, Jesse. I also don't like the escape the cage rule because the whole idea of the cage match is, that like, all right, you guys are going to settle it in a cage. You're not leaving until... you've defeated the other guy. There's no escape. No one's coming in to break this up. It's you two, and we're going to have a definitive winner. But then they're like, oh, you can just escape. Like, what's that? Right. But anyway, it's just, we've also all, as WWE over the years has kept that stipulation, so we've all just kind of gotten used to it.
Yeah.
But the show opens with a promo from Hulk Hogan, who's standing behind the front of a cage in front of a blue screen. And they added like cage rattling noises to the background. It's really distracting and annoying. It's like, what is this? But Hogan says, tonight on Saturday Night's main event, you Big Boss Man and Slickster are going to have your day in court, man. You dudes have been passing sentence on everybody around the WWF with your own brand of justice. But now I'm the new WWF champion, and inside this steel cage, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner, brother. I'm going to throw the book at you, man. The training, the prayers, the vitamins are going up against the handcuffs and nightstick. And once I find you guilty, boss man, in the steel cage, what are you going to do when the thousands of my Hulkamaniacs tell the largest arms in the world to push your fat head through the cage, boss man? There will be no mercy. There will be no parties. I will sentence you to the maximum sentence, a lifetime, an eternity at the doom of Hulkamania. What are you going to do, boss man, when Judge Hogan passes the final sentence on you.
He is so oiled up. It looks like if he squeezed him, he would just like
and I think
squeeze him up.
he just
slip out.
He's like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. Try to catch me. And I think they did a parody of this promo in that WrestleMania match during the pandemic with the Firefly Funhouse match between Bray Wyatt and John Cena.
That's amazing.
Where suddenly Cena's behind the cage and he's cutting the promo and everything. So Vince McMahon is on commentary. He welcomes us in for this Memorial Day weekend episode of WWF Saturday Night's Main Event. The show is being taped at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium in Des Moines, Iowa. On commentary is Vince McMahon and Jesse the Body Ventura.
And he stays on his ass the whole time.
God, dude. That's what I love about a good color commentator, heel commentator, where it's just he hates the other guy. And the other guy just happens to be his boss in this case.
He said some true stuff.
Oh, yeah. Jesse will just let you have it. Vince calls Des Moines corn country, and Jesse calls it soybean country. You know how I know? Look at all those soybean products back there. Ha ha. I don't get it. He laughed at his own joke, and I'm like, where's the joke? What soybean products are you talking about?
Is that supposed to be a roast?
That's not, it's soy isn't the term that it is today, calling somebody a soy boy.
They're
or
vegans.
Something. That wasn't a thing in 1989.
Soy boy.
I don't know what point he's trying to make. Jesse thinks Hogan might lose the title tonight because his mind's on Hollywood with his big movie premiere coming up for No Holds Barred.
Oh.
Lacey, have you ever seen the Hulk Hogan movie No Holds Barred?
No. Tell me about this.
I've only just recently watched it.
Okay.
Because Deadlock Podcast on their Patreon did a watch along of it where they watched it and basically recorded their own commentary along with it, and I watched that version of it. It's not a good movie. It's so cheesy. It's 80s cheese-tastic camp. There's been a lot of clips that have, been memed over the years of it, like the one where some guys attack him in a parking garage, Hulk Hogan, and he grabs a guy, and then he's and the guy's really panicking and shaking, and then he's like, "What's that smell?" And he's like, "It's Dookie."
Oh no,
Dookie,
not the Dookie one. Okay.
But it's a bad movie. It's all about a network executive for a failing network wants a Hulk Hogan who's plays Rip Johnson or something like that. He's the WWF champion.
Okay.
In this whole thing, he's not Hulk Hogan, but he's exactly like Hulk Hogan with a different name. And so this guy wants to entice Rip to come work for his. He doesn't even have a wrestling promotion, but he has a network to come wrestle on his network so that they can pop a rating. And Hogan's like, "No, thanks." And then he's like, "How dare you?" And so he finds a bunch of wrestlers and starts a tournament. And then he gets Zeus, this big dude who's Deebo from Friday, and then he makes him fight him for he kidnaps his brother or something.
Okay,
it's
so
stupid.
that's making sense going back to this episode.
Yes, so that comes into
with
play.
Zeus
shows
their
up.
promo.
Yes. So they're really just trying to promote a movie.
This is completely unrelated, but we watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night.
MJF is in it.
It was so good.
How did MJF do?
Amazing.
He's good. I hear he plays Happy's son.
He was so good.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I can't wait. Apparently, there's some other wrestlers.
It reminded me, you describing that whole bit, that movie reminded me of Happy Gilmore too, for some reason.
There are better movies with wrestlers in them than No Holds Barred. Vince breaks down what we'll be seeing tonight. Not only will we be seeing the Hulkster take on Big Boss Man in a steel cage, Demolition is scheduled to take on the Brainbusters, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. And then from there, ravishing Rick Rude defends the Intercontinental Championship against Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh!
And he is ravishing.
Yeah, he is. We saw him in the last episode too. When we see the one before last. Then we see footage of the finish to Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 5, which just took place, where Warrior suplexes Rude over the ropes and into the ring, but Rude lands on him and turns it into a pin while Bobby Heenan holds his leg, so the Warrior cannot kick out. So Rick Rude came away with a win.
Yep, he still won.
He won. And that's rule number 1, as we hear in this promo right here, because we cut to Mean Gene backstage with Bobby Heenan and Rick Rude. And Gene accuses Heenan of breaking every rule in the book to get the win for his man Rude. Heenan says they did not break rule number 1. And what's rule number 1? To win.
Yep.
Heenan calls Duggan a dreamer for thinking that he can beat Rick Rude. And you know what happens to dreamers, do you? Rick Rude says they get a rude awakening.
Perfect.
Back out to the ring, and Rick Rude and Bobby the Brain Heenan are making their entrance for match number 1. Ravishing Rick Rude versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan for the Intercontinental Championship. But of course, we have to get a promo with everybody before their matches. So that's just the theme of the show.
And Mean Gene is tan. Yeah. That man is tan.
Hey, you're working in the World Wrestling Federation. You better be working out and tanning.
That's right.
You got to hit the gym tan and laundry.
Best tan in the business.
Yep. Mean Gene, the best tan in the business. That's what he was known for. So we go backstage again to Mean Gene, who is now with the King of Wrestling, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Wait, yeah.
So Duggan recently beat King Haku for the crown and title of King of Professional Wrestling. A title that Haku was given by King Harley Race after Harley Race was out with a stomach injury. So apparently this had nothing to do with the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
It was just a title they gave themselves.
It was a cool cosplay.
And it was being passed around, so it's almost like a title, so it made sense.
Right, and nothing like a guy dressed up in the king's robes while he's carrying an American flag.
Exactly.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
A king and go America.
Yeah.
And then... So I'm used to there being kings based on the winners of the King of the Ring tournament, but now that I'm like going back and I was like, wait, who else was a king but didn't win a tournament?
Yeah,
like,
who was the king of our hearts?
we saw on an earlier episode, we saw King Macho Man.
Yeah.
Did he win King of the Ring, or did he just beat like Hacksaw Jim Duggan at some point and become king?
And then what about Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Now he won King of the Ring in '96 though. That actually happened. But what about King Mabel? Did Mabel win King of the Ring to become king, or did he just beat Macho Man or someone else? I don't know. I'm learning new things about pro wrestling. I thought I knew a lot, and there are gaps in my knowledge because I wasn't watching wrestling at this time. I was starting kindergarten. It's 1989. So Duggan says he's dedicating tonight's match to all the proud Americans who gave their life to keep the flag flying over the U.S. of A. Duggan's plan tonight is to keep one eye on Heenan and one eye on Old Glory.
Ho! Woo! Imperialism!
So King Jim Duggan comes out to the ring on a palanquin, wearing his crown. A palanquin, I had to look it up. That's the thing that they carry.
I was about to say, I'm going to pulling out the fancy words here.
I'm like, what's that thing that they carry kings on?
I cannot acquiesce to your request. That one line from Pirates of the Caribbean that like stuck in my head forever.
I don't remember that, but I like it. That should make it your thing.
Yeah.
That should be just your gimmick. This one line from Pirates of the Caribbean. So yeah, he comes carried out to the ring on the palanquin, wearing a crown and robe, carrying the American flag and a 2x4. Duggan starts a USA chant with the fans before the match even starts.
USA! USA!
Duggan has control at the start, but then Rick Rude fights back, knocking Duggan off his feet with a top rope clothesline, and then swivels his hips.
He does.
As the Ravishing One tends to do. Rick Rude has the Intercontinental title airbrushed on the front of his tights. He always has airbrushed tights with different designs. And Ventura says it's impossible for him to lose the belt because it's right there on his tights. Duggan slaps a bear hug on Rick Rude and then turns it into an atomic drop, and we see the classic atomic drop sell by Rick Rude.
Dude,
he good. Sells the same way in every match.
It reverberated.
I like when like guys have guys have certain spots that they do in every match. And I like when their spot is, you do a move to me and I sell it.
Yeah.
That was most of Rick Rude's career, was just the Rick Rude spots are just, you do a move to me and then I sell it this same way every single match. It's like, all right. Like, that's kind of unselfish of you. I kind of like that. More
not very rude.
Not very rude, of course. So we get a pile driver from Duggan, but Rude gets his foot on the rope at 2. And just then, Haku comes out to the ringside area because he wants his crown back.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, man. You beat me fair and square, sure. But I'm not ready to give it up. I want it back, please. Can I have it back, please?
They kept panning to shots of it too. That cameraman thought he ate.
Yeah, because Duggan put his crown on the ring post in the corner.
It was always panning back to that one.
Yeah, he's always sticking his tongue out. Oh, by the way, they also announced an Ultimate Edition Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Does that have interchangeable head?
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Different heads, different hands. It's the Ultimate Editions are the ones that are like more detailed and everything, like the one they did of your dad with Bam Bam.
Yeah.
But so I'm looking forward to that because they haven't done a Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a long time. So he's fun. And he's a dude who just refuses to like go out. He's beaten cancer like multiple times. Like, holy shit. Jim Duggan.
Love his wife. Hey, Deborah.
Shout out to
she's so
Jim
sweet.
and Deborah. Back from I'm sorry. Before we go to break, the referees come down to get between Haku and Duggan. Heenan, who's also Haku's manager, Heenan's like half the roster's manager, but he comes down to calm him down and talk some sense into Haku, and he goes back to the locker room as we go to commercial break. And we come back from break, and Duggan and Rude are back in the ring, and we can continue this match now that Haku is gone.
Yeah.
Rude hits a diving fist drop from the top turnbuckle and then makes a kissy face at the camera. He like slides over the camera and like gets up close.
I understand why my grandma loved him so much.
He was dreamy.
That slutty little mustache.
As a cis straight heterosexual man, like, dude, Rick Rude was a hottie. I can tell you that. Although I don't like the long haired Rick Rude. I like short hair better.
Yeah.
I think I look better with the short hair. Long hair is just like he looks a little too sleazy,
Not Zerpie blushing a little bit over here, guys. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. My hetero crush, Rick Rude. So Rick Rude starts driving Duggan's face into the top turnbuckle, but Duggan is absorbing it and hulking up. Finally, Hacksaw fights back with several strikes, followed by an Irish whip into the back body drop. Duggan gets in a 3-point stance and hits Rude with a running clothesline, sending Rude flying out of the ring.
He flew.
And he gets counted out.
No.
What a shitty way to end a championship match as a count out. So everyone is excited and celebrating, including Jim Duggan himself.
Yeah.
But it takes Jesse Ventura to point out to everybody, guys, title doesn't change hands on a count
Yeah,
out.
and how did he say it? Something ridiculous. It was like, not this guy didn't even win, but you can't tell him that.
Yeah.
Or something.
And like, look,
roasted.
Duggan's like super excited about it. He technically got a win here, but you didn't win the title, dude.
Yeah.
You can't
win
win on
It's not changing hands.
He should have been smart enough to go out there and quickly throw him back in the ring so he doesn't get counted out. But there you have it. Jim Duggan gets a win, but no title changing hands. Oh yeah, what I put here?
Yeah.
I put Jesse Ventura finally points out the obvious. You can't win the title on a count out. Yes, Jim Duggan won the match, but Rick Rude retains the Intercontinental Championship. Anyway, these idiots in the crowd are still cheering. Fucking marks.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I forgot that I called the fans fucking marks. By the way, I was writing these notes last night after a few drinks while watching this, so I may have snuck in a few snarky responses here. Vince throws to Mean Gene, who is now backstage with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Gene asks why Neidhart is taking on former WWF champion Macho Man Randy Savage tonight. Jim says he hates the way Savage treated Miss Elizabeth. He hates the way he acted when he wore the championship belt, and he'll make sure he'll never get another shot at it. In order to get a shot at Hogan, he'll have to go through Jim Neidhart.
Yeah.
So, Macho Man at WrestleMania 5, it was Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan in the main event.
Miss Elizabeth was managing Hogan.
They were, before this, they were the tag team of the Mega Powers, and that's when Miss Elizabeth was with both of them, but then Macho Man gets jealous because, like, she got knocked down.
In real life, or?
Well, it kind of mirrored real life.
Yeah.
I stories of him are that he was very jealous when he was with Elizabeth. But in kayfabe, it was she got like knocked down or something by accident in a match, and Hogan kind of like turned attention to her, like, oh no, we need to help Elizabeth, and helped her up and helped her to the back. And Macho Man saw him helping her, like, hey, why are you touching my wife? And then blew up on him, and then it was the Mega Powers explode at WrestleMania 5. And that's why Macho Man is now with Sensational Sherri instead of Miss Elizabeth.
And they were really selling that Sensational Sherri was going to help put him over, and and help him beat.
Because she's a heel valet, so she can help him cheat to win. So I love Macho Man so much that I forget that through most of his career he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh my god, would he do this? And I'm like, oh wait, yes, he would actually do this because he's the bad guy.
So he was heel most. I did not know that.
Yeah, he was mostly a bad guy, but there were obviously phases where he was good. But I mean, he was even in the NWO, and he was still feuding with Hogan in the NWO. We watched that episode of the Club La Vila episode. Good times. So even when they're on the same team, he's like, I hate you, Hogan. I mean, he did write a rap album about Hogan. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
We talked about that, too.
Yeah, this is old news, Lacy.
So Gene asks what Neidhart thinks of Macho Man's new manager, Sensational Sherri, and Neidhart calls her Scary Sherri and says he got her by the flea collar, all right, but that's her problem. His problem is me, and this old dog does more than just bark.
I love the laugh.
Yeah,
it reminds me of
Jim Neidhart was always just insane with the laughs. Just like, oh, he's a little unhinged. Yeah. He's not all there. Jim the Anvil Neidhart makes his way out to the ring, and then we go backstage with Jesse the Body Ventura, who's with Macho Man Randy Savage and Sensational Sherri. Jesse says, Macho Man Randy Savage, I'm not going to ask you about WrestleMania 5 because I know you're looking to the future. I know you're looking to get your belt back. I know you, Macho Man, and I know that I'm right. Macho Man says, ooh, yeah, Jesse Ventura, you're 1,000% right. Yeah. After I get past Jim Neidhart, I'm going after you, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. I'm going right after you because I'm the #1 contender and there's nothing you can do about it because I'm coming after you and I get my World Wrestling Federation Championship belt back. Yeah. And that lady outside the ring, the woman won't bury me like she did with Destructions before. Never again. Jesse says, you mean Miss Elizabeth? Macho Man says, yeah, I'm telling you something. Don't say that name ever again. Never once, okay? Dig it! Jesse says, you got it, Macho Man. Let's talk about Sensational Sherri. Your new manager. How's she working out? Macho Man says, Sensational Sherri. Yeah, beautiful, gorgeous, and lovely at the same time. Yeah. Sensational Sherri. Oh, say, oh, yeah.
Sensational Sherri's tall.
She's also a wrestler.
Yeah.
She's a trained wrestler.
Very, very excellent Macho Man.
Do you want to do the Sherri parts of this promo here?
Oh, I can try.
So, Sensational Sherri, say, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable. And she knows her place too, Jesse. Jesse says, how does it feel to succeed the First Lady of Wrestling, whose name, of course, I'm not going to mention?
That chicken-legged, bony excuse for a woman. She was no wrestler, and she's certainly no lady. And she is history. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Say it loud, Sensational Sherri. Come on now. We're going to climb that first step of the mountain, get past Jim Neidhart, and on to Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Walk this way. Yeah.
Walk this way.
He's going in some Aerosmith with some Run DMC. Jesse says, ha, ha, ha. Macho Man Randy Savage is on his way back. Hulk Hogan, keep your eyes open. And I'm on my way back, Jack McMahon. Keep your lips shut. He's still throwing shade on McMahon.
Shading on him the whole time.
In a pre-tape promo.
When he said something like, oh, you probably know what jail is, or you're going to find out something about jail.
He was hoping that McMahon was still going to get busted in the steroid thing. That didn't even happen yet. Okay, so and now Macho Man with Sensational Sherri make their way down the ring for match number 2, Jim the Anvil Neidhart versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho Man locks up with Jim Neidhart, and Sherri grabs Neidhart's leg, which allows Savage to hit him with the V-trigger. I mean, it was just a running knee strike, but I like to call it the V-trigger because that's what Kenny Omega does. Macho Man hits a sunset flip, but Neidhart just sits on him for the pin attempt, but only gets a 2. Sherri keeps getting involved and choking Jim Neidhart while the referee's back is turned. Like a true heel valet. Macho Man hits a double axe handle from the top rope and goes for the pin, but only gets a 2. Neidhart kicks out so aggressively that it launches Macho Man into the air.
That was so hilarious. He went far too.
It was almost like Yokozuna launching him in the Royal Rumble, where he eliminated Macho Man by kicking out of a pin. First of all, Macho Man, you can't pin in a Royal Rumble, and then he launches him out, and then he just jumps over the rope.
Yeah,
like what is that? So Sherri keeps getting involved, choking Jim Neidhart, as I mentioned. Speaking of Sherri, Jesse says, "She don't look happy, does she?" Vince says, "She's not a happy woman." Yeah. Jesse says, "That's an intense woman." Anvil takes control of the match, and eventually Macho Man ends up tied up in the ropes, and Sherri has to jump up on the apron to free him. He's always getting tied up in the ropes. Savage with a double axe handle from the top rope to the outside. That is classic Macho Man. Neidhart is slid back into the ring, and Macho Man climbs to the top rope, and he hits the flying elbow drop on Neidhart, pins him 1, 2, 3. Jesse Ventura says, "I'm out of here. I got an interview," and leaves the desk. He couldn't wait to get away from McMahon.
He can't. Oh, what a treat.
And we cut backstage to Big Boss Man and Slick. And I'm sorry, but Boss Man is coked out of his fucking mind here. I don't know if he actually did that at all, but in this promo, holy shit, he looks like he's just like, I just did line, and whoo, here we go.
He is on.
Yes,
he is fucking ready to go. And he always said he hated skiing.
Okay, well, fair enough. It wasn't his thing. Jesse says, "Slick, you've managed to get the first shot at the Hulkster and the WWF title for the Boss Man in a steel cage on national television. How did you do it?" Slick says, "Slickly, very slickly.
Slickly, very slickly.
It's my name, it's my game. Jesse, Hogan has something to prove. He's running scared and he's lost his cool. Tonight, the Boss Man is going to put him on ice." Jesse says, "Boss Man, you've gotten what you've always wanted. Hulk Hogan behind bars. What's your plan for Hogan tonight?"
Oh, man. Well, Hogan, first boy, I'm going to rehabilitate you. Oh, yeah. When you come through, I'm going to do it again. You're in my jail now, and I've got the only key. You're going to serve hard time, Hogan, with a hard man, the Big Boss Man.
You've got the match you've wanted. Your man is primed. You seem to have done it all tonight. Slick says, "Sorry to the future, Jesse, my man, but there's more to come. Tonight, there's gonna be a big surprise." Jesse says, "A surprise?" Slick says, "That's right, brother, because you see, the Slickster is a showman, and tonight you will see a show that the whole family will love. Now come on, Boss Man, we got front row seats, brother, and it's showtime."
Okay.
And of course, we see in a few minutes what his surprise is. But Bossman makes his entrance to Slick's music, and we don't get to hear Hard Time.
Did they even have it yet?
I don't know. I don't know if he had his own theme yet.
Maybe not.
So, yeah.
Because this was very early, and because he came in like the end of 88, I think, and this is what? Yeah. Summer 89.
Because UWF was pretty short-lived, I think. Like, it lasted like maybe a year. So yeah, he was straight from NWA, WCW to UWF to WWF. Dude, straight to the... And then he's already fighting the world champion on NBC, network television, in a cage match. Like, holy shit.
And he was 26. Saw something in him.
Holy crap! It's crazy.
Excuse me.
Obviously, like, they saw something in him.
Calling himself a hard man.
The hard man. So they make it out to the ring, and Slick grabs the mic and says, I told you I had a surprise. My surprise is 6'11" tall. My surprise is 343 pounds. My surprise is Zeus. What? And we see Deebo from Friday come out. Have you ever seen Friday?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you know Deebo.
Yes.
So Tiny Lister, who played Deebo in Friday, and also Zeus in No Holds Barred, as well as the President in The Fifth Element. He's a bunch of stuff. I love Tiny Lister. Rest in peace. But he comes out. Zeus, the character from the movie No Holds Barred. Zeus is played by Tiny Lister, I have here. And Jesse says, he's the real star of No Holds Barred, not Hogan. And it's time to say your prayers, eat your vitamins, because the WWF champion Hulk Hogan is making his way out to the ring with the old Real American theme. So it's match number 3, the Big Boss Man versus Hulk Hogan in a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight title. Hogan walks out to the ring, but Zeus is standing on the ring steps blocking the cage door. So what's he going to do? He walks up to Zeus, and Zeus just kicks Hogan in the chest and then just starts hammering him on the back with just closed fists and just like gets him to like collapse. And then he just walks away. That's it. He's just like, there you go. Fuck you. I just want to come out here and remind you, fuck you.
People really looked at Hulk Hogan like a freaking superhero. And you have him coming out to like have to get through this guy, Zeus, massive, and then people like Andre and Dad. I mean, regardless of if we like him as a person, he really contributed so much to the sport. Like, people still talk about this match.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very much so. And like I said in a previous episode, that in the 80s and early 90s, Hulk Hogan was on par with like Optimus Prime and He-Man and all those characters and everything. He was basically there was a Saturday morning cartoon of rock and wrestling and everything starring Hulk Hogan.
That's wild.
And he was just this larger than life character. You didn't have to watch wrestling to know the character of Hulk Hogan. He was a superhero on TV. So like, you can't deny that he had an impact. So so Zeus just decides to just beat this man senseless and then walk away.
Such an unfair start.
Already. But a great way to promote a movie. Mm-hmm. So we go to commercial break. We come back, and Hogan still hasn't made it into the cage, but Zeus has left. And finally, Big Boss Man is sick of waiting, so he just exits the cage, picks up Hogan, and shoves him in. So Boss Man starts the match by ripping Hulk's shirt off, so Hulk doesn't get his whole entrance where he rips his shirt. Boss Man's just going to rip it off for him and then choke him with it, because of course it's no DQ in the cage. So Vince explains that anything goes, and it's simply the first man out of the cage wins, either over the top or out the door. Hogan hits Boss Man with a big boot and begins his first escape attempt, climbing the cage in the corner, but Boss Man is back to his feet and clubs Hogan in the back, stopping his ascent. Hold up. Is Big Boss Man wearing duct tape for wrist tape? He has shiny silver wrist tape on, and it looks so weird.
I can't imagine it be anything else.
Like, it's either duct tape, or he just he needed some wrist tape, and someone just has silver gear, and they're like, this is my silver tape, you can borrow, you can have some. And he just put that on or something. I don't know. But I don't remember him ever wearing silver wrist tape. It looks so weird.
Yeah, it's giving redneck. it just fits. It can't, it has to be.
The character then. Off the ropes, and Boss Man hits a body splash on Hogan. Boss Man then goes for the door, but Hogan dives and grabs his legs to stop him. Boss Man hits a big spine buster on Hogan and begins to climb the cage in the corner. He actually gets over the top and begins to climb down to the outside before Hogan gets up to his feet. All Boss Man has to do now is drop to his feet on the ground, and he wins this match. But Hogan grabs Boss Man through the cage and starts strangling him just through the bars and pulls him back up to the top of the cage. Then the big spot that everyone knows from this match. Hogan grabs Boss Man and delivers a superplex over the top of the cage and into the ring, and both men are out cold on the mat.
So I've been told that up until nothing like that had been done up until this point, or a suplex, him suplexing people, a superplex.
Maybe, a superplex obviously is just a suplex from the top rope.
Right.
That's happened before because obviously it has a name. But I don't know if they've done a superplex from the cage into the ring at that point. And they just did. I know they did one that recent Saturday Night's Main Event. They had a cage match that Jesse Ventura was on, And they did that same spot basically, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool homage to this match.
Hell yeah.
And that's when, of course, Jesse Ventura is complaining about,
yeah,
why would he escape through the door? That doesn't make sense.
And then freaking Jelly Roll did a Boss Man Slam on Logan Paul. Was that Friday?
I think that was Friday on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's in the zeitgeist.
Apparently, Jelly Roll has been training to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's been getting in the ring, mixing up a little bit. But he hit a Boss Man Slam.
I was like, and I sent it to Zerpie because I have to double check myself on everything because I will be wrong. And I was like, this is a Boss Man Slam, right?
That was not a rock bottom. That was a Boss Man Slam.
I got it right.
Which I think is also, they also call it a black hole slam for some people. But I like when they just call it a Boss Man Slam. Yeah. Just call it a Boss Man. He's the one who did it first.
I'm going to do a Boss Man Slam on you.
On you.
Zerpie.
Me? No.
I'm just kidding.
I don't want to take a bump. I'm too old to take bumps. Hogan sits up at... I'm sorry. So both men are out on the mat after the superplex, and Earl Hebner has to come into the cage and begin a 10 count because if no one can get up on their feet, we're just going to have to throw this match out. So he starts counting. Hogan sits up at 8 and begins crawling to the door, but Boss Man grabs him by the ankle, stopping him. Slick on the outside finally pulls a chain out of his pocket and he throws it up and over the cage, and Boss Man catches it and proceeds to choke Hogan with it. Boss Man wraps the chain around his fist and goes to punch Hogan, but Hogan blocks it and unloads on Boss Man. Both men slam each other's heads into the cage at the same time, and they both go down. Boss Man makes another attempt to the door, but Hogan intercepts him and slams his head into the top turnbuckle repeatedly. Boss Man takes a back bump, and you can see him immediately go to his wrist tape to grab his blade. The Hulkster picks up the chain and wraps it around his fist, and just before Hogan goes to hit Boss Man, you can clearly see him gig. So he cuts his forehead right before he stands up, and then Hogan hits him with the chain so that he's bleeding. It's so funny watching these when you can watch them on video, and then you see, oh, he's bleeding now. Let me rewind a little bit. You go, oh, and that's where he cuts himself. So Boss Man is now busted open, and he gets sent headfirst into the cage 3 times, and then Hogan hits him with the atomic leg drop.
And I love when the crowd does a 1, 2, 3. Starts counting it.
Hogan begins to climb the corner, and Slick rams Earl Hebner's head into the cage and knocks him out. So he's just like, screw it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get involved. Hey, Earl, fuck you for no reason. Slick then, because if anything goes, you don't need to knock the ref out to enter the match. Just get in the match.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe he was blocking the door. He had the door locked, so Slick just needed to get him out of the way.
Very slicky.
Very slicky. So Slick rams Earl Hebner's head into the cage and knocks him out. Slick then runs into the cage and hands Boss Man his nightstick and grabs Hogan by the ankles while Hogan's trying to climb out in the corner. Hogan kicks Slick and then climbs down. Boss Man is trying to climb out of the cage now on the other side, so Hogan goes and hits him, and Boss Man crotches himself on the top rope. And then he just puts his arms up.
He just stays there.
And he puts his arms up in the air like it's good. Field goal.
Yeah, and he's just standing there.
What is this? What is this selling?
Yeah.
But I love it. Oh, man. He's just like,
is it a Boss Man match without a crotch shot?
the twig and berries?
Yeah. Jesus.
So, yeah, he's just awkwardly there with his arms up. I
was so embarrassed.
Hogan runs over to Slick and pulls the handcuffs out of Slick's pocket. Hogan knocks out Slick and then goes back to Boss Man and handcuffs him to the top rope. Hogan climbs over the top of the cage, and Boss Man goes for the door, but he can't quite reach the floor while he's handcuffed to the top rope, and Hogan escapes and gets the win.
No!
After the match, Boss Man gets out of the handcuffs, but Hogan slams his head into the cage on the outside. Hogan then corners Slick in the cage and sends him running and flying into the side of the cage. Hogan now has the nightstick sticking out of his trunks. Oh, man, it's so funny. It's rubbing all against his junk, dude. Don't give that back.
Anyone want to buy a nightstick? I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's probably the nightstick you have. It's so weird. This has Hogan's dong juice on it.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Sorry. He was a hard man.
Anyway, Hogan's celebrating in the ring. I put here, should that be the main event? Should that have been the main event? Yes. But we come back from commercial break, and Jesse Ventura is interviewing Bobby Heenan and the Brainbusters, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. The Brainbusters are challenging for the tag team titles tonight against Demolition. Jesse says to Heenan that some commentators have said that he would never manage a champion. What do you say to them? Heenan says, Rick Rude is still the Intercontinental Champion, and pretty soon you'll be seeing new tag team champs. Jesse asked Tully if when he joined Bobby Heenan, did he think the title shot would come so quickly? Tully says Heenan told them it would happen if they believed in themselves, and they believed it. And tonight, they're going to achieve it. Arn says he's thinking those belts are already theirs, and all they got to do is go down there and pick them up. The Brainbusters make their way out to the ring with no music. So they don't get entrance music. Also, it's so weird seeing like an incarnation of the Four Horsemen outside of WCW and NWA, like in WWF. It was weird when Ric Flair went to WWF, like I don't know if it was 91 or 92 or something. Or even Dusty Rhodes in there, where it's like, no, these guys are WCW guys. It's so weird seeing them.
Yeah.
There. But of course, the Brainbusters had a little bit of a run there. Now back to Mean Gene Okerlund, who is with the tag team champs Demolition. So Axe says, Mean Gene, I say this is the night of champions. Heenan and the Egg Beaters, they're nothing but chumps. We got the belts. Mean Gene then turns to Smash and asks if they can beat the Brainbusters here on Saturday night's main event. Smash says, beat them! We'll demolish them! We're the Demolition! We're the champs! Come on, Axe! And Demolition walk out to the ring, and they actually have music.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that we should be finally getting Demolition action figures soon.
Woo!
So that's so cool that they have signed
We're gonna have
new Legends
so
deals.
many cool action figures coming up in the latter part of this year.
And not only just Axe and Smash, we're also going to get Crush in Demolition as well. And then Kona Crush, they've already.
Amazing.
The one where he was Surfer Dude and he was telling Doink, you're scaring the kids, bro.
Make sure you're following at Zerpie_MD.
Yeah, I already I did a shoot last night of the new Kazuchika Okada 1 of 3,000 action figures. So got that one and it looks awesome. So match number 4 is the Brainbusters versus Demolition for the tag team championships. And I had to put here, how did people allow this team to happen? Talking about Demolition.
Oh, yeah.
These men are dressed in bondage S&M gear.
For real.
And all it was them trying to capitalize on the popularity of the Road Warriors with the face paint.
Very
and
Mad Max.
And the Mad Max gear and everything. But like, they had, the Road Warriors had the shoulder pads, the spikes. Yeah. These guys just have studded S&M gear.
And the ball and gag.
Like, what the hell? Kidding. They look like gimps. But hey, they were a tough as nails tag team.
Sex sells.
Yeah, I guess. I saw a post years ago on, I think, the Squared Circle subreddit where someone as a kid was just like, I can't believe my mom let me do this. Where he went to school dressed as Demolition for like some costume day or Halloween or something. So basically his mom made him S&M dom gear or something. And it's just a picture of him wearing basically little trunks with like the whole top part of like the strappy like studded top part. And it's like, oh no. Like if you don't know wrestling, it's like, why did your mother dress you like this? Holy shit. Are things okay at home?
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
But as a kid, you're
I never even thought about that being like a thing that's happening out in the world.
But of course, as a kid, you're just like, these are the guys I watch on TV.
Right.
Like, they're like superheroes. Like, but it looks weird.
Yeah. You're dressed like you're going to a drag show.
Exactly. So Bobby Heenan is doing exactly what a heel manager should do. He's distracting the referee so that the Brainbusters can double team Smash. At one point, Arn Anderson suplexes Smash and then goes for a high five on Tully on the apron. But Smash just jumps back up to his feet and no-sells the suplex and then body slams Arn Anderson in return. Yeah. Arn just goes for the double high five and Tully's just like, you need to turn around. You. He's right behind you. Now all 4 men enter the ring and Demolition both slam the Brainbusters and they roll out to the floor to regroup. Jesse says it might be time to go to plan B if they've got one. And knowing Bobby Heenan, he probably has plan C, D, and F too. Vince says, what happened to E? And Jesse goes, I forgot that one. I do like it. That's a great throwaway comment. I forgot that one. Axe is tossing Tully Blanchard all over the ring and then sends him flying over the top rope onto Heenan with a clothesline. This pisses Bobby Heenan off, and he's trying to climb into the ring to fight Demolition, and Arn Anderson has to hold him back. Yeah. Like, Bobby, what the fuck are you going to do?
Come on, Bobby.
They're bigger than you, Bobby.
Let's be real.
Stop it. They're going to destroy you. We come back from commercial break, and Bobby Heenan has calmed down only slightly, and the match has continued. Arn Anderson tags in Tully Blanchard, and Tully hits a top rope double axe handle on Smash, while Arn Anderson holds his legs so he can't move. Arn hits the spine buster on Smash and signals that it's over, and he covers for the pin, but Smash kicks out at 2, launching Arn up into the air, just like we saw with Macho Man. The Brain Busters keep cutting the ring in half, making quick tags, double teaming Smash, and keeping him away from his corner so he can't tag out to Axe. Tully even goes as far as sneaking around the outside of the ring and pulling Axe down off the apron just as Smash reaches to tag him. Which I was like, oh, that is such a good heel tag team move where it's like, I'm just going to sneak over here. He doesn't even see me coming. And then right when he goes to the tag, just drag him down. I'm like, nah, you can't get the tag. Fuck you.
Very slickery.
Very slickly.
Slickly. Yeah, I said it wrong.
Yeah, I think it's slickly. Axe has had enough, and he just enters the ring anyway. And now all 4 men are in the ring brawling. The referee is trying to regain order, but Axe just picks him up and tosses him into the
that
corner.
Was so good.
He's like, no, I'm done. Fuck you.
Bye-bye.
Jesse says, there's a disqualification right there. And the timekeeper just rings the bell. Once again on the same show, a championship match is thrown out, and the title doesn't change hands.
This is ludicrous.
So the Brain Busters win the match, but titles do not change on disqualification. Demolition begin brawling with the Brain Busters and chases them back to the back. We come back from commercial break, and Jesse Ventura is backstage with the Macho Man and Sherri once again. Jesse says, tremendous victory, Randy Macho Man Savage over Jim Neidhart. But what do I see on the horizon? Hulk Hogan. Macho Man says, oh, no more hiding and ducking, Hogan. I'm now the #1 contender, yeah! And I'm gonna get my World Wrestling Federation Championship belt back, I promise, yeah! And at the same time, I'm gonna teach you a lesson, yeah! I'm gonna teach you a lesson, and then you won't be fit to be a movie star, oh yeah! I got me a manager, Sensational Sherri. She's loyal, faithful, and doesn't have wandering eyes like your manager. Sensational Sherri, talk to Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, what you gonna do when the madness runs wild on you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jesse, Macho Man, and Sherri all say,
oh, yeah. Damn, that was good.
Hell yeah, we nailed that. So we go back to the ring, and Slick is in the ring now with Boris Zukov. Because Slick also manages him, apparently. And Boris is just trying to sing the Russian national anthem. Nobody's having any of this. His performance is immediately interrupted by Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
And I was so excited to see him come out, because I'd never seen one of his matches either.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's another problematic name in pro wrestling that we don't like to talk a lot about. Because
Cardi B has him in one of her song lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Snuka off the top rope.
Off the top rope. Yeah, he's Superfly.
Yeah.
So Slick has a look on his face like, aw, shit. And he leaves the ring like, uh-oh, my boy's about to get his ass whooped. Boris tries to slam Snuka's head into the turnbuckle, but it's common knowledge that Samoans and Pacific Islanders in wrestling always have extremely tough heads.
Yeah.
So Snuka just shakes it off and just stares at Boris like, you done fucked up. And slams his head into the corner instead. Snuka hits Boris with a backbreaker and then looks up to the top turnbuckle. He adjusts his knee pads, and that can only mean one thing. Snuka climbs to the top turnbuckle and hits the Superfly Splash on Boris and pins him for the win. There's a squash match to end the show right here. So Vince says, we'll be back with Hulk Hogan and a word about his new movie. So we come back from commercial break, and Mean Gene is standing by with the champion Hulk Hogan. Gene congratulates Hogan on his first successful title defense on national TV after he won the title at WrestleMania. But things didn't start out how he had anticipated in the cage match. Hogan, well, that's exactly right, Mean Gene. You know, I've been having problems with this Zeus guy for a long time now. Before the filming of the movie, during the filming of the movie, and now after. He's still jumping up in my face. As far as I'm concerned, Zeus, forget all about Hollywood, brother. come on down to the squared circle and I'll show you what Hulkamania is all about when it's running wild. Mean Gene puts over the new movie, No Holds Barred. Hogan says, well, you know, I can't lay this one on all my Hulkamaniacs, and right now, to all my little Hulksters, all the way to my big Hulkamaniacs, I'm laying on a personal invitation to come on down to see my new movie. You know, you've seen me in the world title matches, you just saw me in a steel cage match, but you've never seen Hulk Hogan when there are no holds barred, Mean Gene. Woo! And finally, Vince McMahon and Jesse Ventura send us off and reminds us that there will be another summertime episode of Saturday Night's Main Event coming up in July. Jesse says, wait a minute. I thought I was through with you for next season. What the hell is happening? Oh, he's pissed off.
He can't.
He's like, I got to keep working with you, McMahon. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Man.
Good fun stuff. Episode. They don't do them like that anymore.
Yeah.
Watching Saturday Night's Main Event now, I didn't watch it when it was on, and it's so good because it's kind of like little mini pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Because it's all like championship matches. It's basically, I think it was their answer to Clash of the Champions in WCW, where they would just do these specials on TBS every other month, where it's just like, hey, here's 2 hours of wrestling, and it's just all championship matches.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It gets eyes on the product.
So we really enjoyed this match. Give us some ideas, guys. What are we going to cover next? We'll have to see. And I wanted to shout out Cole Taylor over at Classic City Wrestling. They're going to be at Bog Social in Atlanta on August 16th. I'm going to be out. I got a lot of people are going to be out for this one. I think Quincy Carter, he played quarterback for the Cowboys. I'm dragging him out to it. And we got Orrin Major coming out too, a rapper on the indie scene out here in Atlanta. So trying to get Zerpie out too. So come out, hang out with us on the 16th at Classic City Wrestling. You can check the link in my bio at Lacy, L-A-A-C-Y, Abilene, A-B-I-L-E-N-E on Instagram.
Support local graps, everybody.
Support local wrestling.
Yes. And then you can also check me out on Instagram at Zerpie_MD. Also on Threads, and I post my my wrestling figure photography over there and just wrestling news. Sometimes I'll just share some stuff on stories
too. He does.
I try to be
great work.
Yeah, so check that out, and of course you can find our podcast anywhere you get your podcasts, and you can also find us on YouTube at the BubbaCast. So check that out, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, Bubba.
Goodbye.